So what do you know now? Go again? I don't know if there's any other ending I particularly care that much to go after. I mean, I guess there are a few that, like, I am interesting. The existing with Stranger you thought about was probably doing Stranger first. Doing Stranger first? Then she appears here at the end. Do Stranger first and she appears at the end. No. Actually, maybe. Could be. Does the last one take the form of the first one? Is that how it works? Yes. Oh. Okay then. I wasn't expecting that. Huh. I want to do it again though. I mean, there's a few things. I would have to do Stranger again. Guess we can skip the Stranger. As in just go through it really fast. What other ones would I like to check? I want to go the Prisoner again. I'm not too happy with the conclusion of just slashing her head. I wonder if there's another alternative. But I'm like running out of ideas of what to do and what I'm willing to do. There's things I'm just not willing to do. There's a nice one for wondering if Princess is armed before killing her. Yeah, I got spoiled on that one. You're talking about the blade one. I got completely spoiled on that one. There's no point in seeing that one. Because I've already seen it. When I raided... Last time I raided someone... last time I raided, they were playing Slay the Princess, and I saw that route. So, yeah, I got spoiled on that. I guess we can go for a new one. Do the Stranger. We can do, like, really fast. Let's go for the Stranger, then. Turn and leave. Doesn't really matter because it's just gonna be the same.
There's always a...
There we go. Already done. Silent proceed. Proceed. Enter the basement.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember?
Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, it's after it seems to me like you saw something you weren't whatever you...
Okay. And now we do this.
Wait, that's not right.
And there you go. I'll do my best. Man, when you skip, you really go fast. Approach the mirror. Yeah. That's the thing about this one. Like, this is super... This game is actually quite short, but it's very... But it feels very long. Okay, so that's the first one done. We have 4 more to go. Let's think of what to do. The Prisoner. Right, let's go for the Prisoner. You wanted Prisoner, yes. Let's go for the Prisoner. This one's probably going to be shorter, though. We can skip a lot of stuff. Because I'm, like, at the end of my... Like, there's not really much else to go. And, like, we've already heard this, like, a billion times. I can do, like, a video where this is just... This run is just one single... Need to be armed. You are correct. Yes, I almost forgot that. Oh, there is one! There's one route I need to check, because we haven't seen it yet. Which is if you enter unarmed and then you leave. Because if you enter armed and then you leave, you go to Nightmare. So I wonder what happens if you enter unharmed and you leave. So we're gonna do that after. But let's go Prisoner first. Just checking in on
it's
you.
been so long since anyone's
Let's just
come
get to the
down here.
prisoner.
I was starting to think they'd
What was
forgotten
it
about
to
me.
get to the prisoner? Oh yeah, I need to let her go, and then when I stab, and then I have to resist. Yeah. So let's just drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your
We don't
trembling
really need to
hands.
ask
It drops to the
anything.
floor.
We're just gonna go for it. Examine the chains. Go back. Save princess. Approach, and here we go. And now if I warn her, I go to the prisoner. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to skip until the part where...
I'm not so sure running away is...
Oh wait, did I click the wrong one? Yeah, I clicked the wrong one. Okay, fine. Here for instance, I'll go to the cabin.
I guess we will. Good. Oh.
Okay, enter the basement. She's gonna force me to take the blade. Here we go. Okay, so let's chill. This is where stuff gets different. So let's stop skipping here.
If by divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam. I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. It doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually. That's not fair. Unless you deal with her right here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair for everyone else. Huh. So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
How surprising. They locked you down here too.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Well, I wanted to free you. My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before, and I'm the only one who remembers. What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're
Man,
lucky.
they just don't shut
Don't
up.
waste that luck by messing it up again. Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Let me out. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What
I'm
did
not tired. I'm just dying.
Thank you for the follow, Josh, man. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having an incredible day. We are playing Slay the Princess. This is my third run so far. We're kind of just getting some loose ends that I'm curious about. What was I gonna do? What? The chain on the wall. Nah. Avoid the chain. We need to avoid the chain. Only slay the princess options. Wait, am I only gonna have the option to slay her or to look at the chain? Is that what's gonna happen? You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Look, I only brought the knife because Skeptic forced me to.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I don't want to kill you, lady. How am I supposed to cut you out? I didn't mean to... If you didn't notice, your head is in the shackle too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
That other chain. Nah. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you. I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you forgot, you killed me with it last time. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. As you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
Yeah, the ending with the shackle proved it.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
I'm not giving you a weapon. I can cut you out. I'm not giving you a weapon.
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
Yeah.
If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable.
Yeah.
So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
Yeah, that happened in the second attempt I did.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on
Shut
others.
up, narrator. No one asked your opinion.
Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated
We already
things.
had this discussion, narrator.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Why is he saying that again? We just had this discussion.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done.
Yeah,
You
we
go to the
already had
cabin,
this discussion, what the
heroically
fuck?
slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, a contingency for what? For you failing.
That feels like that
Obviously.
is definitely a bug. That's not supposed to
You being here
happen.
means that things are going
The
to be
second
a
time
lot
I'm
harder
seeing
than
this
they were.
in this
I
situation.
really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse.
If you found a
Just-
loop.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us?
Probably
All of
there
this
was just
is
a bug here.
incredibly
Maybe there's a
valuable
missed
information. It would have
trigger
changed our
that was not
actions
disabled.
considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. And that's
Yeah.
pathetic. I never
Yeah, there's-
get it. Exactly. Keep moving on. The more I say, the your success, I won't. Fine. Yeah. Just give it a rest. This
Focus.
Wait,
This
is this
a
an actual
serious
loop?
situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Okay, no, it's not a... It was a loop in the sense they went back to that discussion, but not in the options. Okay. Oh, good thing. If you don't give up now, then I have no choice but to slay you. You're the one in chains. If anyone should be negotiating here, it's you. Okay. I guess I really don't have a choice, huh? Save? I guess I can save and see what I get. But it doesn't seem like there's choices, huh? It's just, I mean, there's choices, but there's no other choices. Either she decapitates or I guess I could slay her, but I don't really want to slay her. I don't really want to go to those directions. Maybe I can go for this one, but I feel like she's just going to strangle me if I do this, right?
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
Yeah.
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your
She
windpipe as the princess
decapitates. Maybe you
heaves
can
with a
leave the
muscle
head
of
inside.
intensity.
Oh yeah, they're right.
Drop
That will
the
cause
knife
another
or
loop,
you
won't
die.
it?
What is she doing? I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if she walked up to us with a blade again? How many times did I warn you she's not to be
Or is that
trusted?
going to cause an end?
While strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Drop it.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
Look away. Let's look away.
Close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin,
Last time we
the
watched. Let's look away
crunching
this
of
time.
Severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds. And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching, and yet our eyes are still closed. Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. Are you sure she's not winking at us? Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think? What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory.
So if we don't take her, what
Give her a
happens?
proper burial. She did save the world, right?
Are we just gonna get
You don't
an
need proof,
end
you don't need a
because
trophy,
she's
and she
dead?
doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Or is it gonna cause another loop?
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things. The danger has passed. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Leave the basement to claim your reward. Okay.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Oh yeah, there's no outside world, there's no more stars, it's darkness. So we're kind of like in the end of the first chapter of The Stranger.
The windows.
Not The Stranger.
Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world.
Maybe
from
Forced
up
to
here, but now
Suicide.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
empty. The door. Check the door.
Because she's
You open
dead.
the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward?
Is that really your priority, your reward?
This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Like hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let us out of here. Okay, we're back into that ending.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past.
This is the same,
This is the beginning of eternity.
the same dialogue I'm
Time
seeing.
passes.
And the same choices,
You can't
too.
be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let...
Didn't you hear the narrator? When did you suggest, I didn't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I don't want to accept my I'm going to accept my reward. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. Slay yourself. What do you suggest then?
Still have a blade. Let's suggest it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna slay ourselves.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yes.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that.
Motherfucker.
That's all we needed to hear. You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart.
So, difference here with the Spectre. The Spectre had a lot of reason to hate us because we actually killed her, and in cold blood. In this case, however, is she gonna be mad at us? She might be mad at us because we didn't take her head. But there's less reason to be mad at us because she's the one who did it to herself.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right? Yeah, we'll see about that.
The Grey. The Grey. That is an interesting name, The Grey.
You're on a path in the woods. See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things.
Why is it raining?
Bit by bit, we're
Very
starting to
different
unravel
landscape.
this
What the
place.
fuck happened?
There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
The cold. Why the cold? We didn't even kill her.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay? I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine. He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions.
You came around on that awful fast. Have you just been pretending to forget every time?
I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first.
So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage.
That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed.
You say that, but we didn't have to do anything last time. She slew herself.
It was nauseating.
Yes, she cut off her head, and now she's dead. And I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave.
She cut off her head. Her head? Without you doing anything?
Yes.
Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why?
Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward.
Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy.
Man, the narrator pisses me off. Jesus freaking Christ. That is such... Like, the narrator is mentally ill.
We weren't. We were bored.
Yeah, like... Like, I could understand an eternity of entertainment, but an eternity of nothing is like, dude, what the fuck?
You were bored. I was just unhappy.
There were still answers that we needed to find.
It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything.
How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us?
It just does. And I'm not telling you lots of things, but it's for your own good. It's for the good of everyone.
It seems to me like keeping secrets didn't help you last time, so you should start talking.
Fine, the world doesn't stay saved if you die.
And if the world isn't saved, then that means she is dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her. Let's try something different this time. We've already seen what happens when we slay her, and I'm not convinced that's a way out for us. I'm not even convinced there is a world to save.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. It wasn't different last time.
Yes, things are different, aren't they?
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Her influence? What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse. Oh, come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know?
No.
No.
Wow, how would I predict that?
Is there a reason it would be raining?
If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
Man, the voice of the cold is fucking stupid. oh, if all she can do is cause rain, then we don't have anything to worry about. It's like, I'm sorry, I would be very worried if I was facing something that could just will rain into existence. What happens if we don't go? Well, I guess we go.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright? What we do is entirely up to us. And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us.
Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world.
Why?
Because we should. I don't know. It's important.
Is it?
Yes. I think. Don't let them make you second guess yourself. The fate of the world is the most important thing there is.
For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real.
Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere...
Maybe we are.
This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Okay, let's see what the gray is.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an overwhelming scent of decay, of mold and
Is that her?
and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction.
She a ghost
all but
again?
The exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you.
Yeah.
There is a figure, faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall. Is that her?
It's like she isn't even there.
See? We killed her.
You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time.
Before you can make a move, the
Okay,
figure
she
is
went
gone,
back.
vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
It was on her chest.
Maybe it's gone because she already killed herself with it. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too?
Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room.
It's a lot
stopping
brighter
just
than
in front of
normal.
it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist.
I wonder
Just
why
reach
the
forward
narrator
and open the door.
can't see the mirror. Like, I think I understand what the mirror is. The mirror is supposed to be the narrator. Because he's like a shards of echo. But it's weird that he can't see the mirror.
It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down.
Yeah, we can see it now.
So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. No way left to go but down.
Enter we go.
The door to the basement grows.
Oh, there she
open.
is.
The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel
Did she
it settle
stab
onto your skin
herself?
in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with
The knife is in her
slimy
chest.
growth. The wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. There she is again.
Barely.
She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
I'm sorry about last time. Are we good? What are we sorry about? What are we sorry about, exactly?
You receive no response.
I'll say it
Do
anyway.
you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
Is she really angry at us because we didn't take the head with us?
She doesn't seem fully there. I'm not sure she's even capable of being
Not
upset.
taking the head about taking her head. Maybe she should have just told us to take the head.
You aren't
Like she
helping.
didn't take. She didn't say anything about taking the head.
Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
She winking at us. Look, she should have been just more direct.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in
Wait, did she
slowly rising
drown?
waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do? She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is. Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little more
Why is this voice so loud out of
death-neutral,
nowhere?
seems off the table. Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
What did I do?
You were supposed to take me with you. Didn't I ask you for help? This isn't help.
Oh shit, she is pissed. What's wrong with you? I don't want this. I didn't even kill you. You killed yourself. Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just don't let me drown. I'm sorry. I didn't even kill you. You killed yourself.
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed... Do you hear that trickling sound?
Oh, wait. We're gonna be
The
drowned?
water's rising, isn't it? It is. And it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder
Shut up,
how it'll
Cold.
feel. Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
What's wrong with you? Please. I'm begging you. Is this about like... I'm sorry.
Pathetic.
The water is rising faster now. It's flowing in from some unseen place, and judging by the height of the algae on the stairs, it has no intention of stopping anytime soon. You feel it creeping up your back, so cold that it steals the very warmth from your
But if we
flesh,
die here, it's gonna
leaving a
loop
smothering
again.
numbness in its place. Are you really just going to stand there and let yourself die? Yeah, let's think. Where is it coming from? It's coming from some unseen place. Does it really matter where it's coming from? Because I can feel it rising. I don't think we have much time to sleuth. Yes, it matters. Maybe we can find a way out. Maybe we can figure out a way to make this work. This is just a puzzle. We can solve it. Some things aren't puzzles to be solved. Sometimes you're doomed from the start. Most people are. Yes, most people are doomed. But in case you need reminding, everyone will be doomed forever unless you stop her.
Let me out, or you're trying to kill me. What's wrong with you?
If this is how you're choosing to spend your last breaths, I won't stop you. But it won't make any difference.
The water is up to your chin. You lose your footing, bobbing helplessly in the putrid flood pool. And suddenly, the door to the basement is thrown from its hinges as one
Okay, let me try rushing for the door. Rush to the door.
The princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs. But you don't make it past the first few steps.
Is it gonna explode? Yeah. Okay. So the result ends up being the same.
The door bursts open, a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you.
So it's gonna reset
You're swept
again.
up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall. You come to a moment later,
Oh wait.
suspended in darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out. It's so dark and cold. I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing. We'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle.
Oh, is she pulling me down?
You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see her. The body you found floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no changing it.
I see like
nothing
I don't know
to
if we're drowning or if this is like the end, because I see the little like strains.
And there's not a lot we can do about the present either, not unless we think like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown.
No,
Desperately
okay. Those
try
are
to
not
pull yourself
strains.
back to the surface
We're just
again,
going down.
And again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Your lungs filled with water, the same way mine filled with blood.
Oh, this is
In the
long.
end, we're not so different.
Water the same way mine filled with blood. Okay, it is the end. Okay. Man, all I wanted... I didn't expect that would go that way. That's fine.
You're right.
You've grown. Okay, we can...
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes.
I guess I just want to see what her opinion is of this vessel, but... It's kind of sad seeing that this is the result, but, you know, it is what it is.
This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart.
Really?
Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
Oh, she has finally been heard. Okay. Okay, next one.
I await your return.
We are...
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. No, not 4 yet. 4, 5.